Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish the story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's everybody doing out there tonight? Your boy Coach Lee, back at it like we're mad at it. Welcome to the Number Basketball Show. Come get your hardwood classic school on. We're going to hang out with you today. Man, let's get the crew up in this bad boy. First off, got to bring in the Laker fan, my fellow brother from up north, my man, too. What's happening, man?
Yeah, boy, what's going on? It's Wednesday, Nothing But Basketball Show. Shout out to everybody that's getting it on today, on the grind today, man. It's another day, another dollar. But we here, same situation, just different topics, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in this week. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all tuning in tonight. Before we resume, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But this guy, you know, he got the extra bass on it. You know, my guy, Rookie of the Year, man. I ain't bringing you a trophy yet. I got to get you your trophy, man. My guy.
You already know what it is.
Look at you.
What's up, friend? How you doing?
Another day in paradise.
What's up, Kawan? How you doing out there tonight, brother? Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, as always.
Good with you, man. They unlocked your name tonight, you know.
I know, right? Easily Facebook user up in here.
Right, man. I'm an Alley fan. What up, man? I'm an Alley fan for real. Oh, we got a Celtic fan in here, man. They're gonna win the NBA championship this year, man. We'll keep on dreaming, man. You're a fan.
That's there.
You have the opportunity to win. Yeah, I mean, you have the opportunity to dream about that, you know. So keep dreaming.
Shout out to you, Brady. We see you hanging out with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Trouble.
Yes, sir, man.
So
how's y'all day?
Man, today was cool for the most part, man. We woke up this morning, so that's always a blessing.
It's a blessing to be here, man.
Yeah, we all lucky, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
As well as everybody else, you know.
Gotta make sure Wick for know here. Yeah, you better know.
Better
let me know. Or that anonymous nonsense you've been pulling.
Yes, every day above ground is a blessing, brother.
Just don't be hiding in the woodworks.
Man, let's get started, man. It's hump day, man.
Get it jumping.
Basketball, you know, it's talking about some stuff. What's a better way to start out tonight than what's hot on the press right now? These all-star votes, man.
Yes,
little activity going on.
Little activity. Definitely as first fan returns came back last week.
Yep.
And looking at the Western Conference, you know, front court consists of LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, and Anthony Davis. Though we know that this game does transform into, unless it's East and West yet, which I think it is not, they're gonna go off the strategy they've been going on, you know, picking team captains and going on
Team LeBron and Team Durant.
Yep. So Western Conference All-Stars, so you still want to keep that in the bracket. We do because we old heads. LeBron, Nikola Jokic, and Anthony Davis. God, Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic. Sorry. And then you got Kevin Durant, the Greek Freak, Joel Embiid in the front court representing the Eastern Conference. And so far, you have Kyrie Irving getting those fan votes. Getting those votes over there, number one, and Donovan Mitchell, the new Cleveland Cavalier, you know, second on the list. So about the list so far in regards to them guys I just named, that was a standard All-Star game. Would you add or subtract players? How would you maneuver this All-Star? I know one climb is Anthony Davis potentially, but I mean he's not healthy right now. I don't think he'll be playing. Get a nod. I don't think he's playing, but I want to hear you guys' input on it.
I know Shai should be starting. I know that much.
Shai would definitely be a first-time All-Star this year.
He gotta be.
He will be. He will be the. I believe he should be the top.
I'm saying he should be starting though. He ain't gonna end up top because too much fandom above him. But
yeah, he's not. Yeah, he won't be starting. But in the fact of the motion, you know, he could be over that position. You know, if Steph was like on some stuff like, "Yo, man, you can take my spot, man." You know what I'm saying? You can start. You know, but we ain't gonna see none of that. You know, he'll come off the bench. He'll get hella time. He'll definitely get hella time because you know how players do it in the All-Star game. Some players chase it. Some other players don't. Shai will definitely be chasing. Especially
Jake.
Going on a LeBron headline. What's going on, Jake? How you doing tonight? Going for LeBron's hairline.
I know he was balling, but I know he was fourth in the league in scoring.
Yeah, he been up there the whole year.
Damn.
We were talking about this earlier this year. We said the same thing. Like, damn, Shai's up there. Yeah, that boy ain't nothing to play with right now. And not only is he up there and scoring, he's hitting game winners. Like he's sending dudes home. So he's clutch too. My man, he's the real deal.
You speak about first-time All-Stars, and you spoke about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You know, you got other potential first-time All-Stars like Laurie Marketing. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Hilburn in Indiana, potentially. De'Aaron Fox, potentially. Get hold that spot in the Eastern Conference. You know, you can go a lot of ways with it, you know, depending on how the vote swings.
I know my guy's having a kind of a down year by his standards, but I'm surprised I don't see no votes up there for Jeremy Grant.
There's never going to be no votes up there for Jeremy Grant. And
Grant's killing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, is his stats really down? Because he was killing.
21.9 a game as far as scoring.
He busting ass. Yeah, he was going to work. He's the reason that team is even in the upper half of the West right now, or was.
Can get out to their fast start.
Yeah.
Definitely playing out of caliber level this year. You know, you got Anthony Edwards, you know, that can rank, you know, first year. We don't know if that can happen, but, you know, we'll see how the reserves do swing. You know, that's the main part of it, the reserves. You know, we know yearly that the votes, you know, in times, you know, it's like it's bull crap, but it is what it is. You know, we've got accustomed to growing that, you know, it is what it is with that. Last year was crazy, you know, Andrew Wiggins, you know, saying sparring that many votes, you know, and then you got your guy this year. Shout out to Austin Reeves, man. You know what I'm saying? Top 10 guard in the West.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous, right? Definitely. I agree with you. So it's definitely the reserves for me is where, you know, we get excited at. You know, somebody's going to be off the list. Maybe two people off the list.
Well, KD won't be playing in this game, so we know that.
Right, yeah. He's out for what, a month or something like that?
No, he gets reevaluated in 2 weeks.
Sprained MCL, he's done.
He'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's serious.
Nah, they're gonna sit. You can't play him too early, man.
If he does sit, that opens the door for I mean, he's been playing awesome all year, so you know, there's definitely a debate of, you know, the votes are not there, but if he should be starting as well, and that's Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum would easily get that spot, I believe.
Yeah, Tatum should be starting.
Right, absolutely. And the East is, with the voting, the way the voting process is tough because he's a front court player. You got Embiid, you got Giannis, you got KD. Those are the guys that are going to take the votes. No. I agree with you.
Yeah.
The whole process work is those guys in the spot. Regardless of Jason Tatum's a reserve, he's going to get those minutes. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play. So I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? For me, the All-Star game is like, okay, you're mad we're not starting. I can understand that. But at the end of the day, you know, you're an all-star. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people in the world that can say they played an all-star game.
Yeah.
Let's see who's going to be Vince Carter this year, man, and say, hey, Mike, you can start. But nobody's Michael. No, not saying that.
Is did I miss it?
Let's go Mavs. You know, shout out to Mavericks fans all around the world, man. We got one in here tonight, you know, in studio. So
Bam's not on here, is he?
Nah, Bam not having a crazy year. He's doing all right, but yeah, that's interesting.
he's having one of his best seasons in his career.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, record-wise, how they doing?
Yeah, record. That's crazy.
They're below expectations.
Record-wise, the Heat has been bad, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of underwater too. So, you know, it's but he's actually having a great year. But, you know, Miami, they're in trade speculation mode right now, you know, in terms of players. I even heard today that, you know, they may be hunting for Trae Young. You know,
well, yeah, I saw that rumor. That was a crazy, like, I don't know if that was like a real rumor or just somebody on the internet doing that, but that trade looked crazy. It was Lowry and Hero for Trae Young.
That's a bit much.
That's a
for a one-way player.
I mean, yeah, but you got Lowry, who's basically his corpse, and then you got Hero, who's not consistent and also a one-way player. So interesting.
Sucks that you got to play the Nuggets.
Bam.
I think they're like a 14-point underdog.
Really?
Phoenix.
So Bam is actually, based on his stats, he's a number 4 ranked center right now. 21.4 a game, 9.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists.
It's great numbers, man.
Yeah.
Are they all-star worthy this year numbers? Will Miami snag on in? I can't wait for the reserve show, man. I can't wait for it, man.
You love you some reserves, huh?
I love the reserves. I love it because I just love the drama that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be snubs. I love the snub list. I won't hear anybody snubs. You know, there's always like that one that definitely is a snub, and then that's that one that's like, well, you know damn well that you wasn't gonna be an all-star this year.
The problem with snubs is always you got to take somebody out.
You gotta take somebody out, right? You can't fit everybody in here nowadays. I see college teams nowadays with like 18, 19 players on their bench. Like that's swole. I don't even want to be playing in the game like that.
You might never get in.
It's crazy.
Mike, you handing out water.
That'd be great.
Shirley, let's go, guys.
Definitely.
So, y'all mentioned earlier about KD's injury. He's actually the number 2 subject for tonight. So he's going to be reevaluated in a month, you say?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
He said 2 weeks, but it's an MCL sprain, right?
Yeah. Hadn't he had that before?
Yeah, same knee, same everything. MCL sprain on a guy that size, you can't just.
He missed 6 weeks last year with the same injury.
They said it's gonna be significantly less time. We'll say 3 weeks. We'll say 3 weeks. If you want to top the month, we can top the month. You know, depending. They can do whatever. They can do what they want right now. They're not in a good cushion circumference, but I mean they're what, a game and a half out of first. I mean, they're not gonna creep in first, but I mean, let him chill. Let him chill for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure he's there for the dance. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to really dance.
They finna lose that second spot.
Time for Kyrie to put on the cap. Hold on. It's time for Kyrie to put on the cap. The bus driver, baby. Let's go, Kyrie.
How long has he been out now?
He's been out a couple days.
Okay. I'm looking at the last 10 games that went 9-1.
It's crazy that he's hurt.
Kyrie about to be hurt.
I seen a news report that said Kevin Durant's looking to make history on Sunday. I'm like, did you write this article not knowing that KD was not playing? You know, so I mean, for the injury case of the Nets, what we really gotta go to is that's a dynamic injury to go to right now. You know, especially when you got the team starting to gel. as a team, then that gives different assignments to the players, particularly one, Ben Simmons. And we're not expecting much from him to go up as KD's out, but that's a player to look at while he's not available. Maybe this is the time of the season where Ben, I'm not saying offensively, but team-wise, can be that second piece while Kev's chilling. Trade deadline.
They finna fall. I know that.
What you about to say about trade deadline?
Trade deadline going around too, man. You can go explore the market. Yeah.
What other trade rumors we got?
So some of the trade rumors that we have for the guys that could be moved. This one's a no-brainer. I think we talked about this last week or the week before last. Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of wasting away up there again. I saw one Van Vliet, then he didn't re-up. He turned down extension right before the season.
That's another dude who's probably going to be on the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about to break up that whole Toronto team because they were in that purgatory where they're good enough to not get a great pick, but they're never going to contend. So,
people, you got Scotty Barnes that's over there trying to elevate. They pick him at the top draft pick. At some point, he's going to have to, in this case, have some more load on the team. You kind of stack right now. You have a lot of pieces that you can go, get other pieces for. You can maneuver around, get some draft picks, things of that nature. If that's the way you want to go. The Raptors are one of those teams, man. They're not bad, but they're not good enough.
Right.
But they have guys that can be viable to other teams. Like Pascal Siakam, interesting because I think Will mentioned it a few shows ago that he'll never be a number one, but he's a great number two.
Great number two.
He's a champion, man.
Champion as well, riding with that Raptors team, that did win. So it'll be interesting to see what trade suitors will be interested in him.
Alex Caruso with the Bulls. They think he might get moved.
That whole Bulls roster subject to change.
Yeah. Was it Zach?
DeMar. Yeah, DeMar. And Vucevic is a big one that people want.
Yeah.
Low key, Vucevic. But yeah, Caruso will be an addition to like a team who just needs a defender with some athleticism.
He's a good definite glue guy. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
he's an easy guy to go out and get to. He's not going to cost you a lot, whereas Vucevic is going to cost you some draft capital for sure.
Yeah.
Hearing that potentially the Warriors could be a fantastic fit if they want to suit up and go get somebody like that.
Who?
Caruso.
Oh, really? Okay.
Denver, Cleveland.
Yeah. It'd be nice in Cleveland. And they even got a nice little roster.
Also, we're talking about the Lakers going to try to go get former players like Kyle Kuzma was in the airways a couple weeks ago. This can be interesting if you want to bring a guy like him back. Not saying that they will, but if you want to talk about bringing former players back, you might as well put him on the list too. I don't think you should have let him go, but it is what it is.
Agreed.
John Collins.
Yeah.
John
That's
Collins.
a big one.
He's at his worst this year, but you know why? Because it's time to let him go, and this name should be on the list. I thought he was going to go last year.
And the year before that, when they re-upped him.
Now, when you see the disbanding of Trae Young, potentially both of these guys can be gone. It's crazy how this team, even if it was a shock, could have been in the NBA final if Greek Freak wasn't around.
Man, you got to feel some type
of way. And now they're the worst.
You got to feel some type of way if you DeJounte Murray, man. You came here thinking it was going to be.
You got the bag.
A run. Yeah, but he was going to get the bag no matter what. No matter where he went, or even if he stayed, they were going to pay him. Yeah, it's a weird situation for him. He came here thinking, all right, like,
They're a year removed from playing
playoff team,
Eastern Conference
contender.
Finals.
Yeah, nope.
You go from basically you go to Pop. I mean, and I'm not disrespecting Nate McMillan, but the way you got your star Trae Young treating him is as if he's not there. They don't got no coach. And
Nate McMillan is Doc Rivers for me.
Oh, that's too much praise.
Whose part?
Hard to tell. To be continued. They both bums.
Hey, you
know,
know,
paying all this money. Didn't they pay John Collins some bread?
Oh yeah.
And they paid guys like Capella bread, and you just paying bread all around for guys that ultimately probably won't be there. You know, the Hawks are probably going to start shopping. These young guys are actually okay, so you can move with them.
I think I'm looking at Collins' contract now. He has, he's got, he's got 3 years remaining on his contract.
Right.
Who does?
Collins.
Yeah, Collins.
But it's a friendly deal, though. 23, 25, 26, and 26.
Yeah, it's because he's not it. He's not the guy. It's not him. So he's like he's getting paid to play like a third star, but he's like a fourth guy.
Oh, you put him that low?
Yeah, here's why. Because what does he do great? He's an athlete, but what does he do great? He can shoot some, like streaky with the shot. Okay. For a big, he's not an elite rebounder, not an elite defender. He's kind of like he's just not elite at anything. He's good. And mentally, I don't know that he's a takeover guy. So,
yeah, he's shooting his a career low in field goal percentage at 49%.
And that's with 2 point guards.
22% from
he's playing with 2 point guards. He should be getting nothing but easy buckets. He's playing with 2 point guards.
That might be the problem.
8 rebounds a game.
That might be the problem though, and it's on one of the point guard side, not the other. It's kind of because he should be producing, getting buckets, but he should. But at the end of the day,
it's easy to blame Trae Young for Atlanta's problems. Look, it looks like Atlanta's going to blame Trae Young for Atlanta's problems, but just a poorly constructed team.
I'm not even blaming Trae. I'm blaming the organization and Landry Fields, former New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm blaming that because when he was, I'm like, okay, he made a couple splashes, okay, but now you're really seeing what it is to be a GM.
Like, yeah, when that first move don't work. What now? That first big move you pull, like what now? What do you do now?
That first hit, you get that first punch, you're like, damn.
Time to make the price of that suit count.
Right. I think this Nets guy is I think he's definitely seen better days behind him, but he's included on this list. Eric Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon just look, he's always a value to teams that's contending because he can hit the three, he can defend a little bit, and he can handle the ball. So when you can do those three things, you will always have value in the league. I'm sure there's teams who would love to have him. The Lakers would sacrifice a GOAT to get him on the team right now.
I don't think he's gonna swing in 2-rounder for.
No, probably not. Gonna get him, but
say again.
They probably not gonna get him, but they would go all out to get him if they could.
A lot of things, man. He's just interested in Houston. It's like Houston, they're the young way. They don't need an old guy like me, man.
They're babies. Like, yeah, he wants to contend, and that whole team is like 24. I think their average age is like 24, 25 years old, something like that.
Very young team.
Especially if you take him off it, they're even younger. So
Houston ain't trying to win right now.
What should they?
They shouldn't be. That team's not good enough yet. They got the talent. Now they got to start building up to what they're gonna do.
Right. So you gotta let those guys go and just let them go. You know, in their careers, hopefully with great things happening, not things like
they just have 2 young guards, and I think he was there early on to help teach them and acclimate them to how to play and play together. And I don't think he has any use there now.
Definitely. Before you get into that next name, Coach, couple guys in the middle of him. Cam Reddish, a guy that his name's been in the circulating, former
weird
as well. He was a number 10 pick in the 2019 NBA draft. The rumor is he's available for 2 second-round picks. This is a guy that I feel like just needs the right fit, right system. Not even right system, but like somebody that's gonna want to coach him. I feel.
Right.
I don't know what he's done to be in this position that he's in, but I feel like it takes that team, whatever team that is. Now, could be the Bucks that are looking for, some power. I thought the Lakers would try to make a snag at him too, but there's other teams that can use the services. You guys probably not high on Cam, but do you still think that he has a ceiling?
Yeah, the problem with Cam has been people don't want to play him for some reason. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know whose daughter or girlfriend he snagged or whose cornflakes he pissed in, but like the kid could play, he could score. We've seen him go on scoring runs. He can score the basketball. That's one thing that he definitely can do. Is he not playing enough defense? Well, I mean, there's plenty of those guys around in the league playing who don't play no defense but can score. I think the Bucks would be a great fit for him because he could slide in and do the one thing that Middleton is really known for, which is getting buckets, and he's in and out of their lineup. So then go ahead. You add a guy like Cam, and he could do some of those things. He's a weird player, man, because when he was with the Hawks, I understood why he didn't get time. They had DeAndre Hunter, who they felt not only could he also score, but he was a better defender, which is true. So that made sense. Then he went to the Knicks, and the Knicks, for all intents and purposes, need everything they can get. Like they need buckets, they need all of that, and they like Grimes way better than him, so he's not getting minutes there either.
He's only averaging 21 minutes a game.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's coaches. I don't know what his problem is, but it is not going well.
Another guy.
He needs to change the scenery for sure, but where?
Yeah, Bojan Bogdanovic, potentially the Cavaliers here and now could be suitors for the Pistons forward. The Pistons price for him is set at a first-round pick and a young player with upside.
They're tripping, but I mean, like I get why, because he is a valuable piece, and this is exactly why they picked him up. They picked him up as collateral, like they wanted to use him for this exact moment. Maybe he could help show the young guys the way in the meantime, and then when the time came, trade him for some assets. But like, this is one of those cases where they're asking way up here so that they can land here because they're not going to get what they're asking for.
Somebody's going to get a steal.
Potential. I mean, they're going to have to come out their pockets for him, but all I'm saying is like, it ain't going to be what they asking for. It's crazy. You're not going to get a first-round pick and a player with upside. It's not happening.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
You'll get for an aging vet who can play.
You go get another veteran in the Cavs. You go mix up your guy that just got off the injury waiver, Ricky Rubio. Say you go class another one of those guys. C. Osman. You know what I'm saying? Like it could work if the Cavs get. Oh man, that'd be crazy.
The Cavs get who? Boyan?
Yeah, man. Yeah, all right.
I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna be clear. I don't like. They're already trying to move Caris LeVert. They don't need more buckets, or they wouldn't be trying to move Caris.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. So I wonder where who would go after Boyan right now? Like other contending teams. The Grizzlies should take a look if they could, but again, they're not going to be able to give them what they're asking for. You're going to get one or the other. You're not going to get a player with upside and a first-round pick.
Yeah, Chris.
How we doing?
That's Chris St. Clair.
You know who the Grizzlies might think about moving if they really think that he's an improvement overall?
Who's that?
Move Zaire and get Boyan. Boyan's more polished, older shooter. I mean, he gives you buckets. He's a vet.
He needs some
He's an unrestricted free agent after this year.
Who was Zaire?
Boyan.
Yeah, so it's a rental.
Yeah. He'll definitely go to some contender. But for, like I was talking about the draft capital, it definitely.
Tara Wheeler, who's this?
What's up, Tara?
What's going on, Tara? Shout out to Tara Wheeler. She said, shout me out, please.
We got you.
Got you.
Welcome to the crew. So we got what we got next up, man? News going. It was a weird news day today. We got this damn fool here. Stephen A. Shaq made an appearance. Is that what the hairline's about, man? Shaq a big ass bully, man. But I love it.
Like, damn, they like, okay, we everybody go on that skit. We gonna add Stephen A. to the mix too. Like, damn, man, nah. But that hairline, man, the infamous hairline of Stephen A. Stephen A., if I was you, man, I wouldn't even cut it, bro. Keep it, man. That's your bread and butter, bro. At the end of the day, they can speak on it.
Here we go. A four-time champion, Stephen A. Shaq. We had plans, but when that hairline
though.
Shout out to my man Stephen A.
Hold on.
Keep it alight.
Is it crooked?
That's crazy.
Oh, it is crooked. Is it crooked?
Hold your head to the left.
Oh,
and it's straight.
no.
There you go.
Oh,
Wow.
it is
Yeah, it's
crooked.
a little bit up to the right.
Bill.
That's cold, man.
Oh, man.
Shaq a fool. Shaq
He
a
really
fool.
is. He really is. I'm glad he's still having fun though.
Oh yeah. I believe Shaq was one of his first guests when Stephen A. first had his own show, wasn't he?
Interesting.
Which used to be a very good show, by the way.
Yeah, then it became a caricature of himself.
Yeah.
Once that happens, nothing good. I mean, the bad comes after that, but nothing good in terms of how we view you happens.
So, Stephen A., do you think he deserves the fire that he gets? Let me ask you this.
Yeah,
It's a basketball show. Do you think the way that Kwame defended himself and went after Stephen A., you think he had some substance to that?
Kwame got a bunch of bars in that made sense, and then he kind of started going overboard because he couldn't take the heat. And that's exactly why Stephen A. gets paid what he gets paid, because he can take the heat.
He's the ultimate troll.
He'll troll you, and then he'll take whatever you got coming to him, and he's always gonna get the last word because he's on the big stage.
Right.
And another thing too that people don't throw in. I mean, we had the Jaw story last week, and we were speaking on where was his dogs at when this little dude was talking crap about him. Stephen A.'s dogs, the people that respect Stephen A., like Gilbert Arenas, for instance. Gilbert Arenas took a lot of that light off the Stephen A. Kwame beef, the little thing that was going on, because Gilbert was coming at him too, along with the Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes. These guys all respect Stephen A. in a sense. So Stephen A. don't really have to go through the fire for that long. Now, we know he needs to go through it. He gonna go through. But he's smart of a guy that, he knows there's other guys in the business, you know what I'm saying, that feel the same way about Kwame. And that's ultimately what happened. Him and Gilbert spats are the funniest. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. is that dude. He's always going to be that dude.
Right.
He knows the name for the reason what it is. And that's the way it's going to be, man, until they decide that somebody else earned that spot. Can't discredit him, at all. What he's done. One of the guys that got me wanting to be with the guys, in chat. So shout out to him.
Absolutely.
That being said, he just be saying a bunch of nonsense a lot nowadays.
Saying nonsense, and that's what comes sometimes a lot. You just get your own way, and you have your way, and that's your way, and all that. But comes down to nitty gritty, he still can. He still can sit there and debate and get out that frame and be on cue and be on.
I respect the basketball opinion. I also the one reason why I still rock with Stephen A, even though like there've been a bunch of crazy like comments and arguments and mistakes he's made. The reason why I still rock with him is when you see him in certain situations where he'll be on the same show with Jalen, with like Jalen Rose. And I remember the other day they had I forget what it was about, but they both came to different conclusions on a point. And after Stephen A was like, you know what, Jalen, you played the game. I'm gonna defer to you. You know what it is in this case here. So I'm gonna defer to you. And he's done that. He does that with him. He does that with Will Bond, who's been covering the game longer than him. So as long as you can respect the people who know better than you, then
he will. He will do that.
Yeah, so I can respect that. There's certain times he goes overboard, but
certain times.
That's about getting the bag, though. That's what we're here to do.
Too, man. It depends on like those guys over there. That's a respect that he has for everybody in this profession. Don't have respect for everybody.
No,
but you have to have respect for everybody on that set. So Stephen A. in his own man, hell of a man, to still be able to run that ship. What before we get off this topic, man? This came out. This was on the airways today too. Potentially, it's been in the airways for a little bit now. Even before Skip started going on this trial where he just don't really give a hell about anybody.
Do tell.
I'm intrigued.
Skip Bayless potentially returning to First Take.
Ooh, really?
I've heard this for the last few years.
You said Skip. You said Skip returning.
Skip returning to ESPN.
I mean,
do you see in this lifetime a Skip return on that side?
I mean, did he leave on horrible bad terms? I don't think so. He just left.
I don't think he left on horrible bad terms. I just think he left in terms of they had that spot and Skip's hot. Let's see if you can deliver over here and make a spot hot. I don't know if he left on bad terms at all, but I seen Stephen A's interview the other day in regards to what Skip tweeted and things like that, and Steven was 50-50 with it. I'm gonna tell Skip if I was in front of him that you wrong and all that, but I'm not gonna budge you. I'm not gonna say disrespect your name and do all this stuff like that. I know you too much. I know Skip off the air and things of that nature. He still has that love for him, and to me sometimes I feel like when your best friend ain't there no more and you're like, yo, I can pick this up.
Right.
Even they be referred to sometimes, Skip can be the perfect guy to intercept into that. You don't have nobody anymore that can really do that. Now, I enjoy Max. I like Max, but I mean, at the end of the day, it was just passing too far on Stephen A, you know what I'm saying, in the brand, ultimately.
No one lights a fire under each other like those two anyway. So, plus that would send the ratings back through the roof.
It would. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Skip vouch for Stephen A to join First Take originally?
Yeah, he vouched for him.
Yeah.
That was the reason why.
Because he was popping in here and there, and then he was like, yo, we should probably make him like a constant.
They had good chemistry.
Yeah. Not unlike how I ended up on this show. I was popping in here and there, popping in it. And I'm like, yo, what's good?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
I'm going to try you out tomorrow, man. All right.
Took was like, yo, I think maybe we should add him, and then Coach and Unc was like, yeah, we might have to do it. He's on our backs. He's in our inboxes.
And now we're talking about the legacy of Stephen A. Smith, and I'm talking about Skip potentially in the future, joining back to ESPN. Long shot, but got to keep talking about that. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley, by the way, man.
Where's he at now?
He's back on the helm. He's actually got a contract with some radio company in which he does his podcast on today. I think his first podcast was today. I'm going to go tune into it. A lot of interesting topics from what I know. Speaks on the Skip Shannon thing. And he speaks on, I believe, beefs he's had at ESPN and at FS1, which leads him to where he's at now. That dude's dude. That's my guy.
Yeah, like Marcellus ain't afraid to tell people what's what. I mean, that's a smart man. He's a smart man from Columbia College. So, like, he's not playing games, Columbia University. Yeah, good question.
From California.
Yeah. Anthony Price, good question. Why Crowder still in the Suns? honestly, if I had to, I don't know exactly. I don't know anything. If I had to pick a single answer to give, I'd say because the Suns are petty as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the price. Look at the demand they're asking.
Yeah,
Like,
they asking for way too much because they're basically making them stay home. They are literally prepared to pay that man to stay home just because they got into it with him, and now they're gonna be petty Pendergrass. So
yeah, they are. Actually,
whatever.
I wish we can get him back here.
No. It's not that nobody don't want
That's
him.
true.
It's not that nobody want him. I've seen a couple projected trade.
Yeah, nobody wants him for a first rounder or whatever else they're trying to. Yeah,
like
crazy.
No. Especially the way he's playing. He doesn't want to play with the Suns or nothing like that. You think a team is gonna want to grab that for what y'all want for? What? Y'all hold on. He threw everything in front of the bus, let everybody know, and now Phoenix wants to put a package up, and that package is not good enough.
But then they tell him and his agent that they can start shopping for deals or trade scenarios.
Yeah, and then when they started looking for the deals and all that,
they told them the asking price,
right?
Which basically was like,
it's a cold world, man.
Yeah, so they playing the dirty game. It is what it is. Imagine being petty from the petty spot though. Like, why bother, Jake? Like, your team that you're following is already being petty. There's no need. There's no need to double down on Crowder, like being extra petty. Like,
your own is crazy.
What Crowder do to y'all, but help y'all advance that, like help y'all even get to where y'all got. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault that y'all let Luka destroy y'all in Game 7. Like,
it's not his fault that your best player was a guy that beat up a dude in the stands. It's not his fault. It's not. It's not Jay Crowder's fault at all.
Yeah, you mad, but at the wrong person. Ain't got nothing to do with
Crowder.
Crowder.
You mad because you disarray. Yeah, the organization is disarray. I just said the GM, the owner, they going through smoke right now. GM said today that he's not going to resign either. Of allegations like that and all this extra stuff, dog. So the Suns are holding front. They ain't trying to get rid of their organization. They ain't trying to get rid of their organization. Like, I'm gonna say it again, Jake. You guys, I don't know what's wrong, man. It's the Chris Paul effect, I guess. State Farm effect. That's why Jake is talking like that, because you and Chris Paul related.
Go do a commercial, Jake the Snake.
Good segue. Speaking of commercial, we're gonna take our first break for the night.
Yes,
I ain't no rookie. I used to be a rookie, but I ain't a rookie now.
Season vet.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll be back about 15-20. Y'all hold on to your butts.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Mesabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
What's the damn deal, folks?
We out here, man.
Hump day.
So
this is like NBA show.
This is like Will's time of the show.
Y'all know what time it is, man.
It's time for some power rankings.
Power rankings.
We on the building, dog. The K, what's going on with you, man?
You never got to give me a sound,
what up,
boys.
man? What's up with you?
We only gonna do 10. We're gonna do 10 or 5. What y'all want to do?
Oh, we're gonna do 10 because my team up in this bitch this week.
We want to do 10. We just do 25 then because my plus I play.
Nah, we ain't doing no 25.
Y'all see that last name, right? My little sister in here trying to wild out. I can dig it.
Yeah?
Hey, little sis. How y'all doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Family in the building. I love it. All right, we're going to go to top 10. We're going to start at 10 because your boys are here. Also, my homie Lewis, his boys are here. At number 10, previously ranked at 13, we have the Indiana Pacers, who have won 6 of their past 7 games and 8 of their past 10. During that stretch, Tyrese Halliburton has put up 22.7 points and 9.2 assists while shooting 51% from the field, 45% from 3. He is just hooping, man. I think he finally showing, not finally, he been nice, and he's just showing people everywhere how good he really is, even though he's only on the Pacers. But
Stall him out, man. He only on the Pacers.
He's only on the Pacers for now, man. But for now, that's not a bad thing. They got a winning record under him. So, it's an innocent team. I want to see.
There's 6 in the East right now.
Yeah, but they're playing themselves into purgatory. They don't have a roster that could ever contend right now, and they're not gonna get one playing like this. They need to lose out. They need to tank, get somebody nice. But in the meantime, this is good what they're doing.
It is, man. You know, say you start the season off with 2 or 3 of your players. They want to play with y'all, and probably 2 or 3 players in your team still want to get traded. But regardless of the situation, they're going out there to compete. So shout out to the Indiana Pacers. They're currently 6th in the Eastern Conference right now. You may not think they have anything to play for this season, but I think they do. If they keep trending the right way, you know what I'm saying? I kind of think of this logic. The playoff ended today. They would play Milwaukee. And I mentioned some things about Milwaukee last weekend. Yeah, Pacers, keep playing, man, because every year in the East is that horse team that people are like, wow, what are they doing? Like, they're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, and every year that team goes home. But I do agree with being able to get some playoff experience for these young guys. So that wouldn't be bad for them at all. But like I said, here's what they gotta hope they can do. What they gotta hope is that Halliburton keeps getting great, keeps like headed towards greatness. They also gotta hope that their rookie Mathurin, that he turns out to be basically a superstar or borderline superstar. Because then you have 2 homegrown. Well, not almost. I mean, you have the homegrown guy and you got Halliburton. Then on that team, I could see somebody wanting to come play with them. But they're gonna keep. I doubt it. I doubt it. But maybe
they are sniffing around the big man.
Are they? Yeah. I mean, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting as hell. We'll see how that turns out. All right, moving on. Enough about these Pacers. Number 9, previously number 9, but still here, you know, with a 23-19 record. The Mavs have allowed 116 points per 100 possessions since defensive anchor Maxi Kleber tore his right hamstring.
Yeah.
He was really young, defensive anchor. I didn't see him as that, but good for him.
Yeah, we mixed Maxi. Because when Maxi left, then I mean we had to start playing power more. But the one good thing out of that, I like injuries, it forced them to put Woods in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I also saw a little rumor that y'all might be a team looking to get Vucevic.
I've heard that.
That wouldn't be bad for y'all, especially if y'all kept Woods with it. Like if you got Vucevic but kept Woods,
right?
That'd be solid for y'all.
Told homies what Dallas was doing. I told homies what Dallas was gonna do. They want an international guy to be alongside you. Stay warm.
Yo, how long is Maxi out?
Huh?
How long is Maxi out?
He's tore hamstring. He's done, huh?
Oh,
yeah, he's out for a minute.
What you talking about?
Maxi Kleber, they're defensive.
Yes, they're definitely shopping for somebody around the deadline. I mean, Vucevic, I mean, he's down there. He's gonna brawl out. He's gonna do his thing down there, you know. But in terms of the offense as well, you know what I'm saying, it's a good pickup if they can go land him. But yeah, you definitely gotta
It surged at the end of December. There's no timetable for his return.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah. I think he's done for the year.
Yeah, I mean he could have an outside shot at showing up for the playoffs, but
playoffs.
But yeah, man, y'all got a good team going. I'd like to see y'all make a move though, like a power move.
They're gonna have to.
All right. Moving on to number 8, who also last week was number 8. The New Orleans Pelicans at 25-16. This team's interesting. After setting a career high with 23 points on January 6th against Brooklyn, Najee Marshall broke that mark again the next night with 24 against Dallas Mavericks. Alvarado also broke his slump and is averaging 13 points, 4 assists, 4 boards. And that kid Najee Marshall, like watching him play, like he's a little rough around the edges. He got a real playground type game, but like he's a dog. Like he's trying to get out, like really make up for what they're missing with Zion being out. Yeah, man, Alvarado's fun to watch.
He's scrappy.
They both scrappy. Alvarado's obviously scrappy, but his kid Marshall, Najee Marshall, he's scrappy too. So they got two like dogs in their backcourt to go along with CJ and Ingram. Yeah, interesting.
He's
team
from Drake's school, huh? Xavier.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jake isn't lighting it up because he doesn't even know his own team.
You gotta keep the intensity up. That's what they got to continue to do, you know, in presence of no Zion. Just keep the intensity up, man. They have a team to do it. I said before the season started, this team could be a top 4 seed in the West. And they have a lot of great young guys, a lot of great young athletic big men as well. And then their guards are scrappy as well. And then you got the wings. You got plenty of items in terms of basketball players.
They're number 3 right now.
Who the Facebook user? If y'all do 25, we're gonna be up all night. Don't text
That's
me.
wife it.
Don't play with me. You know I'll do it.
We might give y'all 25. We might give y'all 25 for the All-Star break.
Yeah, it might be fun. We'll see what happens. I was exhausted after that one.
Yeah, it's like you played the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah. And then I felt like I hogged the ball, like I was head casing because it got to a point where I realized we were only like 12 in, and I'm like, yo, I got the rest of the league to do. We can't even take time to hear anybody else talk. I'm just going like that's crazy. I was in the foxhole, man. It was wild. But coming up at number 7, also previously number 7. Did anybody change this week?
It don't look like they did.
Nobody. Oh no, yeah, the Brooklyn.
Oh
Nets
yeah.
changed.
I see.
Yeah, once you get up there, all right, good. At least somebody changed. I'm like, yo, what are we doing if nobody changed? Number 7, Philadelphia 76ers, 25-15. It's never a good thing to hear about Joel Embiid having foot soreness, but after the big fella returned in a dominant win over Detroit on Tuesday, It's Detroit. It better be a dominant win. Philadelphia is sitting 10 games over 500 after a slow start. The 76ers have had only 9 games this season in which their top 3 players, Embiid, Harden, and Maxey, have all been available to play together. So they got the same little issue that the Nets got, where we can't get everybody on the court at the same time.
Yeah, it's true.
Same thing with the Clippers, too. The Clippers are going on 4 years of that, though. Like, that's wild.
I seen a little Kawhi action the other night, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen Kawhi dicing up Lee's boy, coach's boy.
Are y'all hearing it?
Yeah.
Kawhi cooking Luka up. Yo, but now this team here, the 76ers, like we always say, injuries. And it will always continue to pile up. They always been in the resume of not Maxey, you know, but, you know, he's been hit with the bug this year. Yeah, this team has they're like the Knicks, like you said. They have guys that on the roster, they go out there and compete. You know, they're not going to go out like no suckers, but do they have enough? We don't know, and injuries is not helping that case. Especially if they're with foot soreness along the time of the year, it's going to be something else, and it's going to be something else.
All right. So, yeah, we'll see with them. Again, that's one of those teams where you're like, yeah, we'll see what y'all doing during the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what that type of team is. Like, we don't, no one's watching the 76ers to see what they do in the regular season. That's not what that's about. So we got to see what they do when they get to the playoffs. All right. That being said, moving on. Number 6, also number 6 last week. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had a fun little game the other night with a little storybook visit to Utah. Return home for Donovan. He put up 46. They lost, but he put up 46. And from all accounts, I didn't see the game, but from all accounts, everybody in the stands and the fans, they had a whole video for him. They threw up a sign, once a Jazz man, always a Jazz man. So that must have been I didn't get to see how he reacted emotionally. I know he gave him 46, but that must have been deep for that man. Because I don't know did he ask out? I don't think he asked out. I think they just cleaned house, right?
No. He wanted out.
Oh, did he? He wanted to be part of the rebuild?
He wanted out. Rudy Gobert was a guy that they traded, boom. But he wanted out Donovan was on the train like I want him out or him out or him out. But
Well, yeah, once you get rid of Rudy, I don't blame him wanting out then.
He wanted out.
Because you punted on your whole. Also, he was splitting up with Rudy after that the COVID things. Ever since then.
Yeah, we not laughing and joking on the microphone.
They had not been getting along ever since then.
No. There was a stat when they was in Utah together. You know how many times he would pass it to Gobert a game? 2.8 times.
Damn.
2.8 times a game.
Well, considering how he's playing in Minnesota, I kind of get it.
and the Donovan, you know what that was last night? The tribute. Shout out to Utah Jazz for the tribute and all that. And Rudy Gobert, you know, if he hasn't got the same this season, he will get the same too. You know why? They both got that ultimately at the end of the day, and some straight up BS. Because Danny Ainge is at the crib like, look at all these picks I got for these guys. And we're still okay. We're still decent. I mean, we're not going to win a championship. You know, John Stockton and Karl Malone never won a championship. Deron Williams and Andre Kirilenko and Boozer never won a championship. Hell, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell never won a chip. But guess what we got for these guys? Got some value picks and some other things that we can go explore with, man. So they deserve all the things that Utah gives them because of what they've done for the future. The Utah Jazz.
Yeah, Utah got they got a nice little pet. Danny did it again. Not as much as a heist as the one that got Tatum and Brown in them here, but it's a pretty good heist. Like he trading Gobert, like when he got Lowry, Markkanen is actually been balling, borderline all-star this year the way he's been playing. And then you also got Clarkson killing, who was already there. Yeah, and yeah, they did a good job, man. That's an interesting situation.
Celtics up 20 on the Pelicans right now. Bobby, for your question that was asked.
Coach don't want that smoke.
Huh?
Pelicans. Oh, that's not Coach.
Jaylen Brown tonight, 41 points, 12 rebounds.
Where Unc at? Unc need to know his team getting beat down.
Man, I'm looking at that Gobert trade.
Yeah.
So for Gobert, they got Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Balmaro, Kessler, Vanderbilt, 2023 unprotected first.
Yep.
2025 unprotected first.
Heist.
2026 first round swap. 2027 unprotected first.
Heist.
2029 top 5 protected. Oh my goodness.
Call the police.
Damn.
Call the police and all that, and then they're basically tanking for those picks. Like those picks are turning out great because Minnesota is not.
Minnesota's currently number 9, 20 and 21.
That's crazy.
Just one game in front of the Jazz. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
What a year, man. What a year.
Yeah, do the Clippers need to part ways and trade away the player because it's not working out? No. Yeah, they on the second coach with that same core.
Oh, you said the Clippers?
Yeah.
No.
The problem is you can't make the full judgment because you've never seen them play together.
No.
But the other thing is that their bench and everything has played well. So if you ever get them healthy with that bench, you should be able to, But at some point, look, if it don't work this year too, you gotta blow it up.
No, you gotta blow it up. Not this year. I'm not speaking on it. Yeah, eventually you're gonna have to blow it up. You're gonna have to blow one of those two guys up eventually. You know what I'm saying? If you want your payment back for what you paid these guys. So not this year though. Not this year, because the way the West is flowing right now, it's not really a team that's like, oh shit, they're gonna win the West. You know what I'm saying? Like there's another team right there that's like that team could win the West right now. There's not that right now. So until that happens, then we'll kind of see where the Clippers fall in regards to what they have and potentially, who they can trade out.
Yeah, the stance of the West leaves this team in a situation where they can actually make a run.
Exactly.
If they got healthy, they can make a run.
And that's
like
been
I said,
the last few years.
A lot of ifs.
like I said though, if they don't do it this year, they gotta blow that whole thing up.
Right. They're the low management Clippers. You know what I'm saying?
All right, where are we? Number 5, Milwaukee Bucks. We got sidetracked crazy over there. That's crazy. We were in the Cavaliers, and we went to the Jazz, and we went to the Clippers. None of them in the top rank right now.
Right. That's what I was checking too. We can't even segue into it.
No, we can't. But number 5, Milwaukee Bucks, 26-14. Also previously ranked number 5 as they don't move. Since starting the season 9-0, the Bucks have played just over 500 ball at 17-14. So they're not doing great. They're starting to miss Chris Middleton. Even when he came back, he's not himself. He get hurt again. He's just sitting on my IR on my fantasy team, just waiting to come make an impact. But it's not happening. This team might also be a team that needs to make a move. That Cam Reddish to them, that would be a good move for them. I really believe that. I'm going to stay with that until the trade deadline because I think that's a good move for them.
Yeah, man. Bucks, like I said last week, man, if Giannis all alone this year, it's not going to be a championship year. So,
yeah. It's interesting. All right. I don't know what else I can say about the Bucks except they're aging and they need to make some moves quickly. Their window's closing before they got to reboot around Giannis. And I mean, they got him locked up, but I don't know how much he's going to be enjoying that reboot. Or maybe he'll be a Milwaukee Buck forever.
Guys, I just want to trade today. Guys, I'm sorry, but I just want to trade. I can't wait for that to happen. This is going to happen.
All right. Well, yeah. Moving forward, last week's number 2, now they're number 4.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, they fell back. The hottest team in the league has rattled off 18 wins in its past 20 games, but lost Kevin Durant to an MCL injury in Sunday's win over the Heat.
Damn,
wait. Little weird that they dropped him just based off the injury though, because they have been winning. But the Brooklyn Nets, 27-13. In the short term, they got Warren and Joe Harris. They're gonna have to pick up their games and help Kyrie Irving, along with Ben Simmons, which is laughable. Laughable. He's an interesting player. He's like a boxer or like a boxer who took that one hit that he can't recover from, or like a
pitcher that got the yips.
A pitcher or a golfer who can't make putts anymore.
Yeah.
Pitcher who can't find the plate. Like it got weird for him real fast, didn't it?
Definitely did. I believe they dropped because of the loss to Chicago last week. And Durant's injury kind of in Sunday's game, though they won by 1, kind of determined their fate this week in the rankings. But let's see how far they drop because, there's probably going to be another dip. Let's see how far they dip. But I got confidence in the bus driver. Let's go, Kyrie.
And real quick shout out to Durantula. He passed the human highlight film Sunday for 14th all-time on the scoring list.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. My guy, man, he's going to keep the team moving up the list a little bit. I don't know how far he'll get, but he'll hopefully a top 10 range for KD, amongst the scoring list.
LeBron said he thinks KD can beat his record once he passes it.
No.
Well, he said he's the next guy up, being so close and being the scorer that he is.
Right.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't think he. No, I don't think he will. He be in that top. He be in the top echelon, top 10. Maybe he finished 9th. Maybe he finished 8th. But he won't hit LeBron.
He could, man. That's the easy money sniper, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. Easy
damn.
money.
I'm looking at where he's at on his top 10 list.
It's a little far.
All-time list.
He's like 15, right?
He's 14.
Yeah.
He's only played 978 games.
The thing is he won't. If he's gonna do it, he's gonna have to do it in less games than Braun did it because he's not gonna play as many games as Braun did.
Yeah, Braun's played 1397 so far.
Remember too, dog, off that injury right there, we'll probably say that's the derailment of probably him catching, the guys probably
what the MCL injury,
the ACL injury because he missed the
at his age.
That Achilles killed him.
No, I'm sorry, the Achilles. Oh, my fault. The MCL, all that turned into the Achilles ultimately, right?
Nah, the Achilles was the one that blew everything up.
Yeah, because he had the injury at first. They told him not to come back. He came back, and then he shattered it off. Yeah, so, I think that right there, the crucial blow to KD.
Could be. He's a skinny motherfucker.
Got the ball spot. Shout out to all the people, too, man, on my bed this week. I'm on my Paul Pierce all day. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind me.
Moving forward, we got the number 3 team. Last week was number 4. The Memphis Grizzlies, 27-13, identical record. Yeah, Tyus Jones averaged 22.5 points, 6 assists, and only 1.5 turnovers while filling in for Ja Morant. He might be the best backup point guard in the league. He could start on quite a few teams.
Yep.
Past 2 games, he has scored more than 20 points in his past 4 starts. So all wins. The Grizzlies are 23-7 when Jones has filled in as a starter the past 2 seasons. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's why they that's why they re-signed that man. They had to. They were like, wait a minute.
Jones?
Yeah, Tyus Jones, man. He's a great backup.
This dude's almost been in the league. Damn, this dude's been in the league of grip. He's been in the league of grip, man. Shout out to him, man, for being at this point in his career, saying definitely a counting piece for a great, legitimate contender.
8 years since 2015? 7, 8 years?
Yeah, he's a solid point guard, man.
Nice solid point guard, man.
He's a dookie.
Well, I won't hold it against him. All right, so the Grizzlies, I want to see that team get healthy. That's supposed to be the cream of the crop from the West, but they've had some injuries lately, so they've been dealing with that.
Keep their mouth shut. Keep their mouth shut, man. Keep their mouth shut, man. That's all they gotta do for me.
The tie with the Nuggets right now at the top.
Yep. Number 2, aforementioned Denver Nuggets at 27-13. They were previously at 3rd, so they swapped spaces.
Mm-hmm.
The Nuggets are tied for the best offense in the league, and they're still getting better and healthier. Jamal Murray scored season-high 34 points on Monday night. Aaron Gordon is playing at an all-star level. Michael Porter Jr. is coming into his own. And then there's Nikola Jokic. Yeah. They really do got a squad over there. That's not even including Bones Highland and a couple other dudes on that bench that are pretty good. This team is really nice, man.
But they're missing that defensive stopper.
Yeah.
Or somebody even serviceable.
Yeah, it's true. Because you can't ask Jokic to play the type of defense they need when he's doing everything on offense. So
he's their primary facilitator.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait, is Bobo on that team?
Boy's not on that team.
He's Orlando, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Orlando. That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say this right now, man. We talked about, the West may not have that team that can potentially win, but this may be the true number 1 team in the West right now.
Well, definitely right now. The question is,
if Jamal Murray and Porter could find some way to be great 2-3 guys, and you have one of the most dominant guys in the league, and that bench can continue to grow and, just keep the course, could be interesting. You gotta remember, this team, pre-Jamal Murray injury and all that, everybody says the bubble was Disney World, but that was when they was at their peak.
yeah.
Not if that team would have came back next season healthy after that season there.
Jamal tore his leg up and then everything changed.
So if Jamal is going to give you a little close to that, he don't got to give you that every night, and Michael Porter can do you that, and Gordon continues to do what they do. Like you said, Coach, they go get a serviceable big that they're going to play and not have DeAndre Jordan to sit over there getting free money. this team right here can have an opportunity to be dancing in June.
They gotta find a way to defend though, because the teams that they're gonna be competing with.
I'm not even worried about defending right now.
Now you gotta be though, because they're not gonna be able to contend with the teams as good as them.
We play Eastern Conference basketball team, and we play those Celtics. You know, I mean, defensively haven't been the best, but you know,
they're
like,
still a better defensive team than them.
The Bucks, if Giannis can lead the cream of the crop, the Bucks still play great defense. So I mean, in the West, man,
the Grizzlies defend fairly well. They gotta be able to. You gotta be able to defend, like,
because Jokic is eating every big. Jokic is eating every big besides Anthony Davis in the West.
What do you mean? He destroys him too. The only reason why he won't eat Anthony.
Him too. The only reason him too.
Yeah. The only reason why he won't
kill him too.
Only time he won't kill Anthony Davis is when Anthony Davis is in his suit.
Jokic does get. I mean, third MVP this year. I said early in the season. I said I don't think so. I still don't think so. But he's not God, but he's working goddamn hard. I said that.
You ain't lying. And number one, as usual this year, you know, Robert Williams has moved back into the starting lineup in Boston after a month-long offensive swoon has gotten back on track at that end. The Celtics still remain the league's best offensive team, in addition to having the NBA's best record at the halfway point. Point blank, 29-12, previously ranked number one, Boston Celtics. So,
what at 30-12 now after beat down of the Pelicans tonight. So that only keeps them solidified in number one unless something happens this week. But overall, they get in the swing of things. Robert Williams is getting games under his belt. And
still only got a 3-game lead over the Nets, but the Nets just lost their best player for a little while.
Yeah,
so.
and you know what I mean? But that was a count to y'all being on the slide and why teams were able to,
catch up,
back. So I'm not, you're going to have your slides. The winter just started over here. It's not looking, it's cold tonight, but, the last week and a half, 2 weeks been kind of spring weather. So, the Celtics are used to this type of weather at this type of time, and their gameplay got to match that, and it's been matching it once again. So, that's why they hold that number one spot. They play the Nets tomorrow without Kevin Durant, and they look like they're going to be playing one.
Yeah, they're going to be smoking on the Nets pack real quick. Although we like to play down the team, so who the hell knows about what happens tomorrow?
Let's go, Nets. Smoke on that Celtics pack.
Okay, Harmon in the building, my guy Harmon. Let's go.
Shout out to William Harmon. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. I see, Bobby in the building all night, man. Shout out to Bobby over here as well, man. Shout out to everybody.
Whoa. Bobby. I feel like Denver's the most boring team to watch. It ain't like watching like the old Spurs. Nah, I will watch them all night. You want to know why? Because that dude Jokic, man, some of Joker's passes are crazy.
No, and I can get why Bobby says that, but they have some. I can see why you say that, but you gotta appreciate greatness. This is greatness. Even if it takes 15 seconds to score a basket or create a play. He's going to do it, so it don't even matter to me. But I can get what you're saying. It's not. My man be
running point like full court passes and shit. Like Joker.
Yeah,
I watch Joker do anything. Not making dudes like straight up like Magic Johnson level passes. Man, this dude's crazy.
Chris,
I like him because you get the ball when you get the ball and you're like, damn, this is 50-50. Most possessions, like. You have to acknowledge and admire greatness. And that's what you get when Nicole.
My favorite thing about watching Denver is when you randomly get him on the court with a guy who's not always like playing with him or used to it. And like it's a turnover because they just weren't ready for the pass from him. Like that's how crazy his passing be. He be bouncing it off his own players' foreheads and shit. Like they're not ready for these passes. I don't know. I want to fall asleep, but you may just not be heavily invested in the Nuggets, man. That's all I'm saying. I get it. I get it. I get it.
7-game series. He's a 7-game series guy. He'll be interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Now, look. By that standard, I could fall asleep during any NBA game during the regular season because There's way too many games, man. Yeah, you gotta be on your toes, man. When Joker has the ball, you better be ready. You gotta be ready when he don't have the ball, because the minute he catches it, it could be gone quick too.
Yeah, dude, real quick touch pass.
Yeah, that dude's a monster, man. It's crazy. But yeah, his play has made. See, this is what I don't think people get. This is why I think he should be the MVP this year so far. Don't get me wrong. I see what Luka's doing, and my own guy Tatum's killing, right? Except this dude is making. He's making Aaron Gordon play at an all-star level just by proxy, by being next to him and not having any heat on him because everyone's covering Joker. And then not only are they covering Joker, Joker's finding him with the pass. And he's just doing the right thing. He's finishing. Like, he's literally making guys better.
Right now,
that's what MVP is.
55% probability to win it.
Would a team wait. Okay, hold on.
I'll go back to that. My fault.
Would a team with Luka, Kristaps, and Joker go back-to-back for a championship? They wouldn't win one. No, never mind back-to-back. They wouldn't win one. I say that because there isn't a soul on that team that defends, like at a high level. There's no defense on that team. Kristaps, will he even play? Who knows? And he already didn't play well with Luka, so no, that team would not. Bring down the games. Hopefully, when the midseason tournament comes, they cut that. So they're gonna cut like 4 games for that tournament, though. That's the only problem. You're right, and I'm glad you pointed that out about the midseason tournament. Whenever they decide to do that, but unfortunately, they're not gonna cut into too many games when they do that.
They'll cut at least 15.
No chance. You just went crazy.
Now, they'll cut at least 15 off.
No. First of all, it's a 1-game elimination tournament. If it's a 2-game elimination tournament, they may cut 10.
Hold on. It's 82-game season. 82-game season. Yeah, I can see them cutting 20. I can see them cutting 15 off.
That's a lot of games.
There's
no
chance.
No, it is a lot of games. It is a lot of games, but I feel like they will with the midseason tournament. Absolutely, depending on how they do this midseason tournament, though. How they doing it? Are they doing it 1 game? Bye bye.
Even if it's 2 games, bye, they can't do that.
What's the purpose of the midseason tournament?
More basketball. That's the thing.
There's no reason. There's no reason for it.
Does it go towards the seeding? Does it go towards the win-loss?
Midseason champions, the Orlando Magic.
You understand too? You understand? You may have just been spitballing a number, but do you understand how many games you just eliminated by saying that? So you taking 30 teams minus 15 games a team. That's 450 games. There's no chance in hell. Money. There's no chance in hell they take 15 games away. They might maybe shave off 8 games. Like maybe.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's way too many games for them. 450 games, man.
15 games off, bro. But that doesn't matter because it's still being fixed because those games are still being played. So like
not all of them. No, that's the thing. That you do a tournament, you don't replace 450 games. It's not. You replace some of them, but you don't even replace a full 100. I don't think. If you do what? So if the tournament is every team in the league, so that's 15 on one side, 15 on the other side. At 2-game elimination, yeah, that's not even. It's barely 100 games. So I don't see that. Yeah, it's more about the money, and to pay them that money, they're gonna need to play the games. So yeah, they're not gonna cut too much.
We didn't have a college basketball segment over here tonight, Jay. We should start bringing college segment in there.
We're gonna need to soon with all this NFL gone. NFL gonna be gone soon. We're gonna need to fill in the holes
real quick.
Into conference play and college basketball, so it could be a little bit more respected.
Mm-hmm.
TCU, I guess they trying to come back from taking an ass kicking Monday night. They're beating UT right now 42-29 at halftime.
Man, listen. The sins of a football team will not be washed by the basketball team.
Hey, bro, it's been quiet around here.
You see blue card. They've been real quiet. And they're still in the sink where they're growing.
Everybody's in the house with a towel on their head, man.
I ain't seen no TCU flags flying around town no more.
Yeah, that's because they got them draped over their head in a dark room, real cold. Like And all them towels they was waving, they should have been throwing in at halftime because that
Yeah.
game was over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
College basketball has been wild this year, man. But regardless of how it is, man, it's gonna continue to be wild at tournament time. So I'll catch it. Well, I'll catch it then. I'll catch it then.
What's crazy about what's happening in college basketball is like with the G League and what's going on, and like some of the guys going overseas at times and stuff like that. There's no more of these. Wait, if there's a.
You should stop being. You should be on the basketball shows anyway.
Anyway. You know, Bumpy could watch this show since he can't watch.
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Bumpy!
Shots fired.
Hey, that is true, Bump. If you don't watch SportsCenter, you gotta be in here watching us every night because we gonna think that you watching something else. If you ain't watching us, you know what that is? ESPN.
Hey man, he gonna have to defend his absence if and when he comes back.
Well,
He gonna have to come. He gonna have to come live from the truck again.
They said he commented at Cletus today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So did he?
Maybe it's a
Oh,
Cletus
boy.
day. You know, Robert Cletus. Yeah. Yes.
Dominique came back before you did.
That's a bad head. Anywho, I was gonna say about the college basketball game is a little weird because like the way things are going, you're not gonna get these superstars spending like these A1 superstars. You're not getting a lot of those in college anymore.
One
So
and
you
done.
you're getting more, not even the one and done's barely, like you're getting a lot more solid teams, but because of that, it takes longer. What's going on, little sis? Go to bed. It's past your bedtime. That do your homework too. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you.
Will, man, since you want to college basketball, it seems like you're a major head, man. We spoke on 90 teams, man. I like the 90 team aspect, man. But that's something you can either chat here and say or even any other time, man. But great to see that we have some college basketball, bigger fans in here, even though if you rep teams like Xavier and whatever you rep, you know what I'm saying? It's good to see that we have an air here for college basketball.
Yeah, Harm, just to speak on what he was saying was Took said that they should go to 90 games for the tournament. I said that is bananas. That is so many teams, man. That tournament's gonna start at the beginning of the season and end at the end of the season. Like that's
that'll be a great vacation stream, man. Tournament, man. You know what I'm saying? Start.
That's a 3-week journey.
I'm down for it, dog. I'm down for it, dog. 90 teams, I'm down for it, man.
Yeah, man. They talking about now. Was that just you saying it, or are they talking about that?
They talking about it.
They're talking about it.
Talk about.
It's asinine, man. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm listening. I'm gonna vouch for 90 teams in the NCAA tournament until it happens.
How many literal?
I think
teams?
there's a move to kill the NIT.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They trying to murder NIT. Like how many teams are there's like 130 or 120 teams, 125 teams. You gonna put 90 of them in a goddamn tournament?
Might as just throw everybody in that bitch.
Start from the beginning. Here we go.
125 what? How many teams in Division I basketball?
In D1, like who are considered like in the league. I know there's a bunch of other colleges like D2 and D3 and all that stuff, but like I think D1 basketball teams and D1 football teams, I think there's only so many.
Hold on, I'm about to check right now.
Do that.
There's more than 350
358.
Division I basketball teams.
D1?
Why not put 90? Why not put 90? Why not?
Because, man, it's not
That's
gonna
still
happen.
like 30%. That's still like 30% of teams.
Look, Dayton's only gonna beat so many teams, man. Like, it's just like
Bring your 90, dog. I need 90 teams. William, you need 90 teams. We want to be betting on the extra games, man. You know how we do it out here, 90 teams, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all gonna be happy when it start happening. 90 teams. Y'all gonna be excited that Xavier getting as a 50th seed.
I can't wait. I can't wait to have my parlay be relaying on Northern and Southern or whatever. Like I can't wait for FIU to be the breaker of my parlay. Like, good Lord.
Nah, I'm gonna win some big money betting on those, man. Listen. Give me more games, man. Give me more excitement for my television. You know, instead of the NCAA tournament starting at 12 noon time, give me a game that starts at 9 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Give me something like that. I would enjoy.
Look, this is
You
the
watch the
reason.
Binghamton Bearcats?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hold on. The Vermont
Bearcats.
the Bips, man, or Vermont or BC, dog. I'm talking for BC, dog, to get a 26 seed. So we can get
Here's the
that,
thing.
dog.
Here's the thing, though. Remember how crazy that Shaka Smart run when he had what team? I forget what team it was, but he had like
You?
yeah. So like that they had a crazy run, right? In a 90-team tournament, that run is like, no one cares. No one cares about that run in a 90 IUPUI.
Hey,
Yeah, man, it's gonna be wild. Yeah, VCU. That VCU team in a 90-team tournament. That VCU team is one of the higher ranked teams, and we're no longer
dog,
impressed by their run.
we got to think about it.
It's just like it's watering it down, man.
They're gonna put the NIT teams in the dance, kind of like the NBA's put the losers in the play-in. You know what I'm saying? So they have a little hope to make magic, and that's what they're doing. Simple.
I'm just saying, man. I ain't never been on the edge of my seat or betting on the NIT game. That's all I'm saying.
I put money on the NIT game.
Fair point.
We know
You're degenerate.
you do. We know you do.
NIT game. Hold on. Don't disrespect, dog. But the NIT games, I'll be real. Like I like to watch the snubs play in the reserves. I like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The most exciting thing about bracket day is the NIT bracket. It's not the NCAA bracket. It's the NIT bracket. Because the rest of the bracket,
you gambling on the NIT is like me and Coach going back for seconds.
Yeah.
Like we know it's happening,
that's
but we don't gotta talk about it. Like
yeah.
hold on. It possibly does happen. It possibly does. It could happen.
Look, all right, look, I'm just waiting for the good run though. Now I will say this: if they do it, because I'm a sports junkie, I'm gonna watch obviously, and we're gonna gamble on some of them later too. It'll be fun. I think it'll still be fun. I just don't think it's necessary. But I think it'll still be fun because look, maybe one of those teams makes a run. Who knows?
Right.
They won't. They won't. Let's be clear, they won't. But like maybe.
All these guys talking right now in the comment thread saying you don't like it. I bet you one of those first Cinderella teams out that 90, the guys that ain't going to fall out, y'all gonna be cheering for them. Guarantee it. Sister Jean and all them gonna be over here on y'all boat, chilling.
I can't wait for the snub show. Like, which one of which 91 team, the 91st team that didn't make it in, and how upset they are. Like, you couldn't be better than 90 teams, and you're gonna cry about this. Like, go with all that. That's gonna be funny, man.
Crazy, man. But hey, man, it's been a good one, a great one, man. We got shout outs for the night.
My man Harmon came here and tore it up. I appreciate you, Brody.
Man, haven't heard that
appreciate
name in a
you.
while, man.
I know. My man Jake in the building. I appreciate you. My sister was up here messing with me. I appreciate her, of course. Bobby, all y'all, man. I mean, I'm not the name guy. I'll let Coach do the names, but I just spit a couple that was down at the bottom here. So we appreciate y'all, man.
As long as you know it, B. You know. As soon as that first Cinderella team right, I wanted them to win. I had them go into the Sweet 16. I had them go into the Elite 8. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's why they gotta lock people like you up. Just gotta lock them away. Don't let them gamble. Take their phone away.
No, but actually this week I haven't touched my phone. I'll be real.
It's good. It's good.
I haven't touched my phone since this Friday night.
Yeah, my man Will, yeah.
Been chilling.
The wake fall. Who said that? Who said the wake fall?
That's when you gonna come in.
That's the one.
My God. The wake fall.
Just to put it in perspective real quick.
Yeah, please do.
And just to show how it's been a while since they've been relevant. The number 90 team right now ranking, St. John's.
St. John's, okay.
That's a name we know. That didn't help us. Yeah, Coach, I was confident your next sentence was gonna help our case, and you didn't.
Yeah, South Boston is not the mean in the streets for me, man. I am from Brighton, Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brighton. Do not compare me, a Brighton homie, to a South Boston homie.
Nah, it's different worlds.
Cincinnati number 99.
Cincinnati. Maybe we need a 90-team tournament, man. I don't know. What the hell do I know at this
LSU
point?
101.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're just an SEC football school, so they had the 1 year where they had a great player who turned out to be a scary player in the NBA. And
St. John's is a name talent. Ain't been the same. Definitely ain't been the same. Love the name. Always gonna love the name St. John's. But
you'll always give them a chance because they're from New York, and New York always produces basketball players. So you're always gonna be like, all right, well, maybe this year they grabbed that one guy. But yeah, they ain't been the same since their heyday for sure. Did they get like a death penalty, or did people just stop going to that school?
They didn't stop going.
That's crazy.
You probably still laughing, and then it just went.
Yeah, some schools die because of the death penalty. They messed up, but other schools just die. Like no one goes anymore, and I always think that's weird.
Shout out to Felipe Lopez. Shout out to Felipe Lopez.
Oh yeah, for real, yeah.
Real quick, shout outs to Kawan, Brady, Daryl, Jake, Chris, Marie, Chris St. Clair, Tara, DeKayla, Bobby, and Harmon.
Everybody,
got anybody?
Us, man.
We apologize.
Shout out to
no, we don't. Show up again, and then we'll call you. Doing my best toot where I start bullying people.
But yeah, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Good week so far. Looking forward to the weekend. Real quick shout out to the Bayless and Mitchell family. We lost my big cousin today this morning.
Oh, sorry.
We love you, Barry, man. We're gonna miss you, big bro. Gonna miss you.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Absolutely, man. My condolences go out.
Absolutely.
Praying heavy. Definitely, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys, man.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in.
Shout out to my cousin. Rest in peace, my cousin.
Rest in peace, cousin. Rest in
yeah,
peace,
man.
To all, man. Anybody dealing with a loss, anybody dealing with anything in negative tune, man, we only go up, praise up, hope everybody does get through, tough circumstances, man.
Absolutely. Join us here. That's what we try to get away from some of these moments. Like just hang out and talk some mess, some nonsense, and just have fun with it. I mean,
definitely, man.
Therapize each other. Everybody
dealing with something, man. Talk about mental health on Friday night for anybody that tunes into our shows. Daily on Friday night, catch the team on here talking with therapist Ashley. There's gonna be obviously a lot of questions, asked. She'll be there to answer all of them. Be a nice, healthy, session. So everybody come tune in as well. 15th, give back. You know what I'm saying?
I be forgetting that our brand does some like actual productive, proactive stuff. That it ain't just us up here running our mouths having fun. We do. The brand does.
Check out Slaughter
positive stuff. Yeah, Slaughter too. Right, Slaughter too. Absolutely.
Morning, man, with Roderick, man. Everybody trying to get fit in the morning, trying to find a way to work out. Well, if you're on Facebook, social media,
Booker Slaughter goes hard.
Along with Uncle.
Yeah, Booker Slaughter does go hard. I tuned in one day like, whoa, this is deep, man. We in deep waters, man. I'm treading, man. I need my floaties.
Tune in, man, to the original show on the brand. You know what I'm saying? Podcast is what we do, but in terms of showdown, between Slaughter Fit and then, when he goes in there and he spits true facts, that's kind of his time to speak on the mic. Shout out to Roderick Walker doing great things, man. Tune into everything amongst the platform as we continue to build in 2023.
Absolutely.
Trust me, you're gonna want to be here from the beginning so that when we massive, you can be like, yo,
I was there.
Day ones, man.
We appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. You never know. We might just have a show to just pop up. Never know what's gonna come.
Done.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you, man. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love.
Take care.